Como é que é, pessoal? Bem-vindos novamente ao Undergrounds Voice ao vivo. Hoje tenho o prazer de receber um grande guitarrista, Philip Shouse. Man, thank you so much for being here. It's a huge honor to meet you and to receive you there at Underground's Voice. So the new album "To Mean to Die" was released in January, and it's your first release with Accept as a permanent member. So how
Mhm.
do you feel for being play with such an historic band? And how do you feel about this album?
Oh, first of all, thanks for having me. Good to meet you too, and obrigado. Um, Man, it's a thrill. It really is to put the needle down on an Accept album, and it's like, oh, that's me. It's a big thrill to be involved in it, and it was a bonus, to for me to be on the record. I didn't really expect. I just thought it's like, yeah, I'll just learn the parts like always. But no, I was in recording, and it was a big thrill and a great opportunity that I'm very thankful for.
I've seen some mixed reactions about this album. On one side, people saying that's kind of repetitive and you're staying in your comfort zone, and the other side, people saying that's the best album you guys released in the last 10 years. So why do you think you're receiving such opposite reactions?
You're going to get that. I've seen the kind of the same thing. I really like it. The band was really happy with it, and I do see that it is kind of like that. But you look at a band like ACDC, and they really don't. You'd be kind of pissed off if they came out with this record with strings on it and stuff. You'd like, where's my ACDC? And if I think the same thing would have happened with, if Accept would have put out some like, folk record or something. I think, it would have pissed off more people. But I really like I really like the sound of it. I love the heaviness of it. It's definitely a brutal um, album. It doesn't sound like it's a group like, like Wolf has been at this for, 45 years now. It doesn't sound, the heaviness hasn't let up at all. So yeah, you're gonna get that with fans, whatever you do.
It's true. Well, this album have a lot of different moments. We can listen the pure heavy metal old school vibe, but also
Mhm.
some hard rock songs and some epic moments also, and also a ballads too. Was
Yeah.
your intention to write an album with this approach, or is just happened?
I think that when the writing thing starts, it's just let's just write songs and not with a certain goal in mind. It's like let's just write songs, see what happens. And I know that more were written, and the best were chosen from that group of songs. Whatever fit the record best, whatever they liked best. And I think the ballads are great on this one. I love "The Best Is Yet to Come." It seems to be one of people's favorite songs on the record, and one of mine too. Um, Undertaker's a cool different feel, I think. And then you've got classic Accept, like the song, the title track "To Mean to Die." You've got the good rock and roll swagger on "Overnight Sensation." So I think a lot of the elements of the band are featured on the record.
How's the writing process and composition with three guitar players? It's kind of you always follow Wolf Hoffman's ideas, or it's one of you have a big contribution on that.
Oh, it just the three guitar thing really starts after the song is written, and then we start working on the arrangements, thinking about it live, because some of the songs have three or more parts on the record, some have just two. So then the question is, okay, well, what can somebody do differently, or which part are we going to double here? That's when it gets fun. Guitar arrangements. So that kind of comes after the writing process and recording process.
And can the title album be understood as a tribute to the band itself for all the years of struggle, hard work, and resistance?
I think so, and I think it's also a statement for like the entire world after 2020. We're still standing in somewhat kind of I guess battered shape, but we made it, and we're here. A lot of us are still here, and I think it's just more of a. I think the title was. I'm not sure when the title was when that became the title. If it was during like after, if it was already kind of in set, or if it was, you know what, it's kind of a battle cry. Is what it means now. But things can, things like that can take a different meaning after a certain event happens. With when it doesn't really have anything to do with it, but you can attach yourself to that.
It's true. And all the tour dates you had for April and May were postponed for obvious reasons, of course. So, do you have any ideas how you will be able to play these shows, and how frustrating is not being able to play the new songs for the fans?
That's been the biggest thing because we all loved the record so much when it was done and we heard the first mixes. We're like, this is going to be really great, but we can't do anything with it yet. So it's extremely frustrating. But today, the European Spotify followers of Accept got a big, huge email in their email box today with January and February European tour dates. So that's pretty exciting news. I know we're thrilled to be able to go play.
Yeah, it's a great news. We hope that dates can happen next year.
Me and I know we do too. The band does. I know the fans do too. So we're all in this together.
Yeah. Talking a little bit about you, I'm sure you're like living a dream. How's possible to share the stage with Accept and then with Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley at the same time? And I'm sure it's incredible.
It's insane. It really is. I did one of those posts on Facebook. People were posting a childhood picture of them playing an instrument and then where they are now. And I looked at mine. I made my thing. And it was like, I'll take it. This is great. It really is. Every single show with each of those acts, except Ace and Gene, there comes a moment when I look over and I'm like, will you look at what's happening? Look what I'm doing. It is just sometimes it's not too much to take, but it's just like, and in a way I knew it was going to happen, but then when it's actually happening at the moment, it's like, wow, this is actually happening. It's great. I'm the most thankful guy in the world, man. I'm thrilled to death to be doing what I'm doing.
Well, it almost makes you also a living legend, just like them, right?
Not really. I play with living legends. I'm not one yet. But yeah. Hopefully, maybe one day. Who knows?
I'm sure you will. Um, well, honestly, I think you're awesome. You have a huge talent.
Oh man.
You have a huge talent to play guitar. You're super creative. You have a podcast which is super funny. And beside all that, you have an awesome project, Mute Merch. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's really a great cause. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. Mutt Merch is my product line I've had for 5 or 6 years now, and it's dog and music themed products. I have, for instance, Black Labbath, Bones and Noses, the Beagles, Grateful Dane, Muttley Chew, Aerosniff. I think you probably get the idea by now. But I got T-shirts for people and dogs, um, all kinds of products, dog bowls and collars. So that's been growing last year and this year. And we love to feature dog rescue charities. I work closely with one around me here in Nashville, Tennessee, called A Place to Bark. It's a friend of mine that runs it. And we try to get the word out as hard as we can about the great things that she's doing. And when we're able to, donate some money, but it's been rather rough, but things are looking quite nicely. So, but yeah, it's just something else that I can do outside of music because I've got other interests, like you said, the show Shouse rules. I've got lots of things I like to do, and I like to keep busy. Especially last year, I needed to keep busy doing something last year.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic cause. So, and what can you expect in the near future for all your projects? Any news?
Man, a couple of days ago, I spent the first half of the day booking and organizing shows. It was a great it was really great. And it's like yesterday was real busy and productive as well in that area. So I've got some local shows around Nashville and some regional shows playing the Southeast and Midwest United States, a few things here and there. Possibly some, tours with other artists coming up in the fall. So fingers crossed for all that stuff. I'm just going to keep enjoying myself and enjoying life as I have been. So keep on, and looking forward to, I think next year is going to be fantastic. So looking forward to a good next year as well.
We hope so. And finally, thank you so much for being here. It was a huge honor to receive you there at Underground's Voice and to talk to you a little bit. So any last words for the Portuguese fans and Underground's Voice viewers?
Yeah, Portuguese fans, all our fans are the best. Thank you so much. And I certainly hope to see you in a beautiful country in 2002. And Chris, thank you for your patience today. I was late getting on the call. We had a big storm in Nashville yesterday, knocked out some power and some internet. So I had to kind of jump on some internet close by and get on the call. So thanks for your patience today. I appreciate that.
It's an honor. Once again, thank you, and please stay safe and see you soon.
Likewise. Thank you, Chris. Thanks very much. See you soon.